Hello and welcome to our step-by-step Christmas decoration guide. If you are getting ready for the holidays and want a simple, practical plan that fits any home, you're in the right place. Today we'll walk through planning, color choices, tree decorating, mantle styling, table settings, wreaths, garlands, outdoor lights, and safety tips. The visuals you see will be generic holiday images, so think of them as a canvas for ideas you can adapt to your own space. Grab a warm drink, sit back, and let's start turning your home into a cozy Christmas scene. Photo shows a bright, empty living room with a blank wall and a bare Christmas tree in the corner. First, let's talk about planning. Before you purchase anything, decide on a theme. Your theme is the umbrella that covers all the little details. It could be traditional red and green, modern monochrome with metallic accents, rustic with pine and wood, or coastal with whites and blues. The key is consistency. In the next image you'll see a color palette swatch. Use it as a guide. Decide on 2 or 3 main colors and sprinkle in 1 or 2 metallics for sparkle. This keeps the space cohesive rather than chaotic. As you plan, make a simple checklist. Tree decor, mantle or fireplace, table centerpiece, wreaths or garlands, and outdoor lighting. A quick note on budget. Set a ceiling and look for versatile pieces that can be reused in future seasons. A well-planned setup often saves money in the long run. Photo shows color swatches, pine cones, and a few ornaments laid out on a table. Now, let's move to the tree. The Christmas tree is usually the star, but it doesn't have to be the most complicated part. In the image you see a tree with lights already on, which is a good starting point. Start by checking the lights first. If any are out, replace the bulbs or use a new strand. Leave the tree lights on while you place the branches, so you can see where density is needed. Work from the trunk outward, weaving lights evenly along the inner branches first and then across the outer layers. A good rule of thumb is to place lights in a spiral pattern from top to bottom for even coverage. Once you're happy with the glow, add garland or ribbon. A natural garland with dried citrus slices or pine sprigs brings texture without overpowering the tree. Photo shows a tree with warm lights, a thin garland, and a few larger ornaments at the midsection. Next, add the big ornaments first. Think of them as anchors. Place the largest pieces around the middle and upper portions of the tree. This creates depth and prevents the tree from looking top-heavy. Then fill in with medium-sized ornaments and finally finish with a layer of small, delicate pieces to catch the eye from every angle. If you have clear glass ornaments, consider filling a few with glitter or tiny pine cones to catch the light. A tree topper can be a star, an angel, or even a creatively folded ribbon. In our image, a classic star sits at the very top, giving a timeless finish. Photo shows a tree with a balanced distribution of ornaments and a tasteful topper. Moving from the tree, let's decorate the mantle. The mantle is a natural focal point that often sets the mood for the room. In the image you'll see a lush garland laid along the mantle, interwoven with warm string lights. Start with the garland as a base. You can opt for real evergreen for fragrance, or faux garland for longevity. If you choose real greens, you'll want to place them earlier in the season and keep them hydrated. Space out the garland evenly and tuck in bursts of pine cones, berries, or pale gold accents to add interest. Consider a couple of slim LED candles or real, unscented candles for warmth, but always prioritize safety. LED options are a reliable, flameless choice. Hang stockings underneath, aligning them to the color palette. A simple trick is to choose stockings in 2 complementary colors and a third metallic accent. The effect is cohesive and charming. Photo shows a garlanded mantle with lights and stockings. Now, let's turn to the dining area and a simple tablescape. In the image you can see a runner down the center of the table, a low centerpiece, and place settings ready for guests. A tasteful tablescape doesn't have to be complicated. Start with a neutral base using a natural runner like linen or jute. Add height with a low centerpiece such as a tray with pillar candles, a small bowl of ornaments, or a garland runner. Use candles judiciously. LED options help avoid risk and provide a soft glow. Place neutral plates with a pop of color around the edges, and tuck a single sprig of holly or rosemary at each place, setting for fragrance and a festive touch. If you have a family tradition of a certain ornament or keepsake, feature it in the centerpiece to add personal meaning. Photo shows a warm dining setup with a simple centerpiece and coordinated place settings. Wreaths and garlands are versatile and wonderful for doorways and stairs. A welcoming doorway wreath sets the tone as guests arrive. In the image, a classic round wreath with a satin ribbon is hung at door height. You can dress it up by weaving a light strand through the foliage or adding a few pine cones for texture. Garlands are ideal for stair balustrades or shelves. Drape garlands along the staircase and intersperse with lights at regular intervals. For extra impact, tie small clusters of ornaments to the garland or place short stems of evergreen at intervals. The goal is lushness without heaviness. Photo shows a door wreath and a stair garland with subtle lights. Outdoor lighting is where many homes make a big impact with relatively little effort. The image depicts warm, evenly spaced string lights along the house outline and perhaps a few lanterns on the path. When planning outdoor lighting, consider safety and durability. Use outdoor rated lights and extension cords, and if possible, connect to a timer so the lights turn on automatically in the evening. Start with the silhouette of your home, windows, doors, and porch, and then add accents like pathway lights. A well-lit exterior creates a magical first impression and makes the whole display feel cohesive with the inside. Photo shows a house exterior with warm white lights outlining windows and roof. A few practical notes to keep the vibe soft and safe. Opt for warm white bulbs to create coziness rather than harsh blue tones. Dimmer switches can help you adjust the mood from bright to cozy as the night progresses. If you are decorating with children or pets, consider lighter, shatterproof ornaments and fewer fragile pieces at lower levels to avoid accidents. Remember, safety comes first, so never overload electrical outlets and keep water away from plugged-in cords. Photo shows a dimly lit room with a cozy glow from LED candles and string lights. From a DIY perspective, there are several quick, budget-friendly touches that can elevate your decor. Handmade ornaments bring character and memories into your space. Try simple crafts like paper snowflakes, clay stars, or painted pine cones. Thrift store finds can also be transformed with a coat of spray paint or ribbon wrap. Another idea is to create a small cocoa bar or a hot drink station near the entryway. This adds hospitality and gives guests a warm welcome. A simple color-coordinated centerpiece with natural elements like pine, berries, and eucalyptus can unify different areas of your home. Photo shows a DIY ornament project laid out on a table, including paper snowflakes and painted pine cones. As you set up, keep a few safety tips in mind. First, never leave lit candles unattended and use LED candles for longevity and safety. If you use real candles, place them on heat-resistant surfaces away from flammable decorations and children's reach. Check all electrical cords for wear and replace frayed wires. Use surge protectors and avoid plugging too many devices into one outlet. If you are decorating outdoors, weatherproof all connections and store decorations in a dry place when not in use. For small or fragile pieces, store them in labeled boxes so they are easy to find next year. Photo shows a neatly organized storage box with labeled sections for ornaments and lights. Finally, a quick wrap-up before we finish. Step back and take in the entire space. You should feel a cohesive story across the rooms. A gentle flow from the tree to the mantel, to the tablescape, and out to the outdoor glow. If something feels busy, reduce it. If something feels sparse, add one well-chosen piece. Remember, Christmas decorating is about creating a warm atmosphere that reflects your home and your family's traditions. You don't need a perfect show, you need a welcoming, joyful space that you and your guests can enjoy. Photo shows a living room with the tree, mantel, tablescape, and a softly lit doorway, an inviting scene. Thank you for following along this step-by-step Christmas decoration guide. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing for more home decor ideas, seasonal projects, and tips to keep your space feeling festive all season long. I'd love to hear which part of the guide resonated most with you or which area you plan to start decorating first. Leave a comment with your theme and color palette, and tell me about any budget hacks you use. Happy decorating, and may your home be merry and bright this holiday season.